Hey everybody, this is Scott Smith with another Saturday service. As I said, I had some updates to the process and what I'm working on. I'm currently traveling back and forth between Northern and Southern California, so I am at a hotel as I record this and heading back to the house. Um, the message this week is going to be in two parts. So the Saturday service is going to be slightly smaller, as those have been going 20 and 30 minutes. This is a shorter message with a two-card reading this week, and basically an emphasis on the messages and some of the things that have come forward for me during the week. And then the longer weekly reading happens on the Patreon. At the lowest tier level there, you can get that information there. And we're using the Lenormand, the Witch's Runes, and following the days of the week, tracking the moon, just to sort of see where those three influences come together to give us more concrete readings for the week. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Obviously, it's going to evolve as I do it. I got that Sagittarius rising going on and that Leo Virgo and this happening in my sun sign. So I tend to figure it out as I go along, fuck around and find out, right? So my notes for this week are essentially um I'm gonna I love Saturday service, so I'm gonna stay doing this. I used to do daily readings, and then that turned into weekly readings, and I did that for decades. Since there was a Facebook, I was probably doing that. But I like the Saturday service as a free offering. I like to do this. Obviously, it's impossible for me to do a reading for everyone, as there's just too many of us, and one message doesn't apply to all. But I believe in using the observations from my own witch's eye encourages you to use your own, and that any encouragement of you to use your intuitive faculty and tap into psychic ability, or just to see patterns in your life and start to observe things in your place in it is good. So we all need to remember that we have that inner eye and that we can see things for more than what they are. It's more than a concrete reality. It's more than just a physical, tangible, sensual experience. There are many layers to it. And the subtle is where the patterns come together for us. The subtle level is where it's not material, it's not manifested yet, but it's coalescing. And if we can learn to see that level first, we can understand what's there as it's coming through. And like witches, pull the threads of fate and maybe weave it in ways that are most beneficial and healthy for us. So seeing patterns can help us to navigate life better. Whatever that means for you. It's not for me to dictate any of those things, but I just wanted to sort of put that there. So the cards for the week I am using are from the Tarot of the Spirit. This is a great deck by Pamela Eakins. I don't have the box with me today because I just keep it in my little pouch that I got from Pagan Pride in Los Angeles. That was down in Long Beach a couple of years ago. But it is a great deck. I learned the tarot on this deck, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a good guiding, intuitive, kind of meta, uh, poetic deck. That's a great deck for those things. And so I'm looking for guidance. I usually turn to a deck like this because it can say, like, in a broad stroke, what are we really looking at for the week? I pulled two cards. I intended to only pull one, but I got two. I got the mystery card, which is technically an additional card in the Tarot of the Spirit. And I got the Eight of Fire, the Lightning Path, aka the Eight of Wands. So for the first card, which is the mystery card, this reminds me of the fountain pen and the inkwell. This is drawing from the creative blackness of the universe. And out of that, bringing something into existence. It says that all things are truly possible, but what is it that you desire to create in this moment, right? So choose. Your power is choice. Celebrate that. Regardless of the circumstances and however they may limit us, we always have choice. And this card really says that. This card can also represent what we call the great work. This is unfettered and unbound by the expectations that we may think that we need to carry from other people. What are our creative options? This is just a really great card. It says potential, right? It says choice. That's a great one. The second card, the Eight of Fire. So this is the lightning path. In the standard tarot, this is the Eight of Wands. This initiates a period of organization and movement of your creative power into your life. So, if you're not connected to your source energy or whatever that is for you, And this turns up, you know, this is this is not necessarily giving purpose to your creative energy, right? So you really want to recenter yourself. In this particular reading for this week, I would say, you know, find your purpose direction, you know, your flow, your day job, whatever it is for you. Um, and and sort of find the meaning for yourself in what it is that you're doing, because this energy is going to cycle through. And if it doesn't have a point of manifestation that's your choice, right, that energy is going to find the easiest or weakest point of entry into your life. This is where choice comes in, because we can be lazy about these things and then they just happen. We're like, why did that happen? Well, a big creative energy was trying to move through you. It's going to unlock some things for you, right? It could be a vital life force. It could be changes in your job. It could be creative movement in your home. It could be whatever it is, right? Like, it's not some sort of commandment of change, but it is an energy, a current of change that's coming through. So you want to be mindful of that. If we know the current's going to come, then we can do the things that are going to help us handle that current for whatever it looks like for us. When we see these two cards, it says, remember that you have choice, maybe limited by circumstances, but you always have it as long as you are conscious, breathing, and alive. The emphasis of the card illustrates a time of tapping into the limitless potential of creativity to set yourself up to bring it forward in some way. My operative words are choice, clarity, and making way for creativity. What does that look like for you? You may find you know, your ducks in a row, your spoons in a row, your clown posse in a row, whatever it is, just sort of put it together in a way that's like organized for you, for whatever that may look like for you. Um, those are my cards for the week. That's my message. Choice, clarity, and making way for creativity. Organize on that last one. Don't just be like, I'm making way for creativity and the universe will handle it. No, the universe is going to be like, the easiest point of entry is there. And if that is a weak spot, if that is a health issue, if that is a place where you haven't tidied up, if that is a place where you haven't done the work, this is not firmed up, the energy is going to go there and that's going to pop, right? So clean it up a little bit, just sort of see where that's at for you. And that's what I would say is the message for the week. You always have choice. Even in the most limited circumstances, you have the choice of thought, you have the choice of feeling, you have the choice of the way in which you're going to approach all things. And that is my Saturday service. Reading will be at patreon.com/Scott K. Smith. I hope you enjoyed this. You can find out more about me at starandstonellc.com. I do have the studio in Northeast Los Angeles. You can see me at the Echo Garden Nursery for the time being. I've set up a great little space there and just detailed the healing space a little bit more to create some more privacy for you. And I also do work online. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be.